What up, Spice fam? It's Cade back with another sneak peek video. We're looking at building a deck profile for a old leader, but using some of the new cards that have been announced for Set 7. Um, this was a challenge given to me by our friend Nick. He's usually the voice behind the camera for our deck profiles. He challenged me because I built this deck. Well, I built a deck for this leader back during set 3 and actually did pretty well with it, but he actually works well with the new Arrival cards coming out. So, let's just take a look at it. So, we're playing Hercule. Saiyan Delusion Hercule. This is the one from Draftbox. I think it's 1, maybe 2. But anyway, it's got to be Draftbox 2 because Draftbox 1, the green leader, was Gotinks. Um, but this is Draftbox 2 Hercule. And the thought behind this is, of course, he has a activate battle once per turn. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck and combo with them. You don't have to pay their cost. So with Arrival, you have to combo with red and green cards, as depending on if you use red or green. We are using the red-green engine, so this works wonders for us. You don't have to pay their cost, and then since those are out, you can cheaply pay for your Arrival cards, and you can basically just live off of 2 energy this entire time. Now, if you need to, you can do that, or you can just keep on playing energy and go from there. You want to get up to 5 for a certain win con strat that I have in this deck. But let's take a look at it. So we run 4 of each double strike combos because we want to get them to 3 at the very bare minimum, because we have 2 triple strikers, including our leader. So getting them to 3 and then trying to push for game with either our leader or one of our finishers is fantastic. We run Legic because it's a free combo piece. It also can come onto the field for free if you have no battle cards and your opponent does. So that's another swing we can do. Burst Attack Sun Gohan comes into play with your Awakened ability. Your Awakened ability is Activate Battle once per turn. Send your entire hand to the drop area, and you gain plus 50,000. And if you sent 5 or more, you gain Triple Strike. So once you do that, once you dump your hand and you're swinging for game with your leader, if somehow they either out combo it or something like that, you swing with Burst Attack Sun Gohan, refill back up to 4. Now let's skip the multicolors for right now. Go on to the Broly Everlasting Vengeance. Since we're looking at the top 2, comboing them and they immediately go to your drop area, he can come out from the drop area for 2 energy, for 2 green specifically, so he's a recurrence. Quick Shift, she's there to kind of fix your hand and try to draw for your Arrival or your finisher pieces. We run 2 split super combos, 2 of the Father Paragus for when you're at 4 life or less, and 2 of the defensive stance SS Vegeta for when your opponent's not swinging at you, and you're going to fill up your drop area very fast with this. So you want to make sure you can get that early game and then late game Paragus. We run the SCR Broly for one of the finisher techniques. Dormant Legend, because we have to have that for the 6-drop multi-Broly and the 4-drop multi-Broly. And then for the greater good, since we're looking at the top 2, we can, if we hit this card, it goes to your drop area and you can actually activate it in your drop area. It's a very cool card. Um, Now for the multicolored cards. Broly Rapid Barrage can come out for one red energy arrival. If Dormant Legend is on the field, you have to have Dormant Legend, and you can only play one of these at a time. Plus, they are spot removal, and we can highlight them here in a second. Uh, Broly Tragedy Foretold is the same thing, but he's a bigger version, and he's one red, one green. And SSB Gogeta Resonant Explosion, he's removal as well as double strike for one red with Arrival. And then Kaioken Son Goku doesn't have a rival, but if you have 20 or more red and or green cards in your drop area, you reduce him to a 5 cost. And the issue with him is, so he can activate main, take go down a life, look at your opponent's hand, discard a card, plus he gets 25,000. Okay, and he gains, when you're at one life, he gains triple strike and dual attack. Okay, he actually works in tandem with the green Broly SCR. The green Broly SCR says if one of your green battle cards of 7 or more gets removed from the field, you can play him for free. So, if for somehow they get through your double, if they KO that Kaioken Son Goku somehow, some way, either on your turn or your opponent's turn, whatever, you can get out the SCR Broly. Absolutely disgusting. It's it, the fact that you can get yourself down to one and then play the SCR Broly. If there's a way to get him off the field, I actually see this Kaioken Son Goku going into Broly VR decks anyways. Just because he can get Broly down to 1 health, and since they are always ditching cards to get their Brolys out onto the field, he becomes a 5-drop very quickly. So this is a aggro based deck to play Arrival. I do have a side deck for this. I have 2 Father Son Kamehameha for the Broly matchup, 3 Sun Goten Family of Justice for the Kid Goku matchup, 3 Sorrowful Strike Tien Shinhan for the the Janemba matchup, because you can put cards from your drop area back into your deck. Just as a precursor, I have the Super Saiyan Trunks All of Rage in there for people who like to have blockers. So when you combo with him, you actually KO one of their blockers. Mira for double strikes and just swinging. Fu for a finisher as well. We can actually go back and take a look at some of these cards. So, Aura of Rage, that's it. Yeah, during your turn when you combo, choose up one of your opponent's battle cards with a blocker and an energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. So it just gets rid of the blockers for future stuff. The reason I put this in is because we have a deck coming up with Nappa, and I'm not sure if it's going to see play or much or anything much. Plus, we have the blue and yellow cards just got released for set 7, and they have a card that generates shadow tokens and gives them blockers. So this would get rid of that. Again, this is the TN card that helps against Mill. This is the one that gets rid of your Kid Gokus and Android 8s. It's just a nice card to have. Then choose. This is for your Broly matchups and stuff like that. This is the negate I was talking about. Here's the Dormant Legend. Your super combos are down here. Quick Shift is good since you have a green leader. You choose 2 cards from your hand, of course. Fix your hand, draw 2 cards. Here's that Broly that plays himself from the drop area. This is the Kaioken Goku that I was talking about. That's going to be one of your win cons. This is the Broly. He's removal. And you also get to get rid of one of their combo pieces when they combo. So they don't get that first combo. So it's very good to kind of prevent them from going over or preventing the attack. Let me see. This is just removal and it's a double strike. This one is as well the same thing, just less for the 6-drop. Then you have your double strike, your burst attack to help you draw. And I'm sorry, that's I was wrong. If you have 4 or less cards in hand, you draw 2 cards. You don't draw up to 4. So it just gets you 2 cards. You play this for free if you don't have anything. Otherwise, good energy. And of course your other double striker, and then your SCR for Broly. Now you don't have to run the Broly SCR if you can't afford it or anything like that. Without this card, it's about $104 to do this so far. But other than that, that's what we're looking at for Hercule. It was a fun challenge to take a look at. I might be running this once this comes out, but other than that, tell us what you think. If you like Hercule, if you have any ideas, leave them down in the comments. We'll take a look at them. But if you like the video, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know what you think, and we will see you next time. Stay spicy.